Hello and welcome to JoJo's Homemaker and Lifestyle. Well, today I am going to be baking and also getting the table ready because tomorrow I'm doing an afternoon tea. Now, my mum had a group of friends and they call themselves the birthday girls because whenever it's a birthday, they all go out and celebrate each other's birthday. Now, I have also become a member of the birthday girls, so they're also my friends as well now. So I've offered to do an afternoon tea for one of their birthdays. Well, actually, Joyce, whose birthday it is, she requested if I would do them, and they're all going to give me a bit of something for doing it, and they've all insisted, which is really kind of them. So I'm going to go all out and do a proper traditional afternoon tea. I'm going to be doing cream cheese and cucumber sandwiches. These will all be on white and brown. I'm doing cheese and pickle, coronation chicken and ham sandwiches. So that's going to be the selection of sandwiches I'll be doing. Cake wise, I'm going to be doing obviously scones with clotted cream and strawberry jam. That is a given in an afternoon tea. I'm going to be making carrot cake, coffee cake. Also, I'll be making the chocolate pops, the chocolate little lollipops that you've seen me make in previous vlogs. I'll be doing those as well. We're doing chocolate covered strawberries and a lemon cheesecake. So they will be the selection of cakes. Also, there will be sausage rolls and onion tarts. They'll be also in the savoury options with a little bit of salad. So that will be the afternoon tea. I'm going to do it on some Royal Albert that I've got. So it's going to be a really traditional affair. It's going to be lovely. Also, I've got some tiered cake stand. So there'll be the sandwiches on the bottom, then the cakes, and then the scones and the cream. Now, sometimes people call them scones, some people call them scones. To be honest with you, I call them both. Sometimes I call them scones, sometimes I call them scones, but some people say one's right, one's wrong. I don't know. What do you call them? Put in the comments below if they're scones or scones. I'd be interested to know. Now, we're going to start by making the carrot cake. That takes the longest to bake and the longest to make. So I'm going to do that first. I've got a lovely cream cheese frosting that I'm going to put on the top and a little pecan nut. And then the coffee cake, I'm also going to be putting a little walnut on the top of those. So let's get cracking and make these lovely cakes. I'm going to start by weighing the ingredients out for the cake. I'm going to start with the dry ingredients. So that will be the flour and the cinnamon. So 260 grams of flour, which I'll put in here. So 260 grams, perfect. 2 teaspoons baking soda. There you go. So here's the cinnamon. So let's put that in. 1, 2, and a good half. I do like cinnamon in cake. So it's still not done, needs another 10 minutes. It's taken its time. Just hope I've done it correctly. I think I have, but I've made it plenty of times before actually, so it should be fine. Right, let's put these scales away because that's it for now. I'm just going to give this a little stir. There. That is ready for putting in the cases. So I'm going to put this, let me just start by putting the ingredients away. We don't want those in the way. And the flour. Coffee. We won't need that until I'm doing the buttercream. I don't need the butter out anymore. We will need butter when I do the cheesecakes, but I shall be using proper butter for that, for the base. Now I can start putting them in here. I'm just going to put about a tablespoon for now in each one. So they're ready for the oven now. There you go, look, as you can see, they're all ready. And they will only take about 15 minutes in the oven. So that one's done, as you can see. When you put that in, it comes out lovely and clean. So that's how you know that's done, and it will be lovely and moist. So I'm going to leave it in there for 10 minutes just to cool, and then once it's cooled slightly, then I can turn them out onto a rack to cool properly. So now we can get on with the little cake pops. So this, as I say, is just a bog standard chocolate cake really. I did put a few chocolate chips in this one this time, so when you bite into the pops you'll have a little chocolate chip, which I thought would be nice. I'm going to melt some chocolate now, put a little, mash this up. Well, you'll see. Anyway, I've done a vlog on these previously, just on the cake pops, so you can see what I've done. Now I haven't got any coloured hundreds and thousands, I've only got these chocolate flavoured ones, so I'm going to cover them in those, but that will be fine, it won't matter. And I am literally just going to break this up. Okay, it's a bit of a messy one this, because you have to use your fingers really to mash it all up. And then once you've broke it all up like so, like that, look, I've got some buttercream that I'm going to put inside it. In fact, whoops a daisy, I'm just going to put it all in like this actually. There we go, that's plenty, that's enough. It was some buttercream I made a while ago, but it keeps in the fridge, and it's been in the fridge, and now I can use it for mixing in the cake. And the coffee cakes are now in the oven. We'll check them in 10 minutes. And in the meantime, I'm going to give this a really good mash up. The buttercream really is just to bind it together. I only want small ones because I'm only doing little ones. Again, I have washed my hands, they are clean. But you have to do them like this. I would normally wear gloves actually, little disposable gloves, but I've run out, so I'm having to use my hands. But as long as they're clean, which they are, it's fine. I will put these in, these little sticks, and they'll go in. In fact, I could put them in now, and then they'll harden. There we go. There we go. So they're going to go in the fridge now to harden. And then you can dip them in some chocolate, melted chocolate. And then once they're dipped in chocolate, I'm going to cover them in, just cover the tips in those. So I'm just going to remove this. This is the carrot cake. There we go, look at that, it looks beautiful. There we go. So that has just got to cool, and then I'll be able to ice it. For now, I'm still waiting for the coffee cakes to be done. Ade's filleting the chicken for me as we speak, and then I can fry that off and make the coronation chicken for the sandwich filler tomorrow. And as you can see, these are also done. Look, clean. So they'll be lovely. And now Ade's done the chicken. I'm going to cut it up into little pieces and make the coronation chicken for tomorrow's sandwiches. There we go. So that is done. That is done. There we go. So I'm going to just take this in here, put it in here to cool. There we go. There. So that is the chicken ready for the coronation chicken. So that's got to cool down before I can do anything with it. Once it's cool, I'll put it in the fridge. But now I'm going to make the lemon cheesecakes. I've lined a tin. That's for the cheesecake. So I'm just going to pop that there. And now I've got to crush the biscuits. I just need to go get the recipe. I used my mum's recipe for the lemon cheesecake. So I just need to go and dig that out. 1 second. So here we are. This is my handwritten cookery book with different recipes in. In fact, there's not that many in there, so I'll tell you what I've got. I've got my mum's boiled fruitcake. Listen to what I'm going to read out, and if there is anything that catches your eye that you'd really like me to make out of this book, please let me know and I will make it for you. Let me know in the comments below and I will do it for you. So there's my mum's boiled fruit cake, which is lovely and moist. My mum's lemon ice cream, well, that really is to die for. Chocolate truffles. Banana cake, you've seen me make that before actually. I've done a vlog on that. Abigail, that's my niece. Amanda, my sister's daughter. Abigail's apple cake. There's a Thai meal there. That's from my sister-in-law on. Rich chocolate brioche bake. Oh wow, that really is nice. That's a bit like a bread and butter pudding, but it's a chocolate version with chocolate brioche. Amanda, that's my sister. Amanda's vegetarian cottage pie. My mum's bread pudding. Now I don't know if you remember this. It's a very English thing, I think, but it's not bread and butter pudding, it's bread pudding. It's very old fashioned. I remember my grandma making it and my mum making it, and it's been passed down 3 generations, this recipe has. So that's my mum's bread and butter pudding, that's what it's under. Luscious lemon cake, apple and apricot puree. Kyle's, that's my son obviously, Kyle's amazing red cabbage. I did that at Christmas. Mushroom stroganoff. Never made that. Chocolate strawberry pastry cases. Never made that. Hazelnut meringue stack. I've never made that. My mum has and it's lovely. Italian mini meatballs. Mary berry lamb roast dinner. I did that at Easter. Let's have a look. What's that? Yorkshire puddings. Mum's lemon cheesecake. That's what I'll be making now. Chicken liver pate. And that's it. Mum's lemon cheesecake. That's what we're going to be making now. So I need to weigh out the biscuits. So let's do that now. I need my scales again and I need my bowl. So I need 8 ounces of biscuits. Now you use digestives. You can use what you want, but I use digestives. So there we go, 8 ounces of biscuits. So there's some left there. And then I'm just going to use the end of a rolling pin just to break these up. Until it's like a fine breadcrumb. Show you. There you go. So it's just like that, look. There you go. Now I need a jug to weigh out the butter. Butter, you need just over 4 ounces. Lovely. Oops. Yeah, that's fine. I'm just going to pop that in the microwave to melt. So that's the butter melted, and I'm going to pop that in here. Like so. And then just give this a mix together. And that's the base for your cheesecake. I'm going to pop that in here. So I'm just literally just spreading it out, and then you want to push it down. You don't want it too firm, because if you have it too firm, it'll be too hard. So there you go, that's it. So I've popped that in the fridge to set, and now I'm just going to tidy up again. So half a pint of cream, lemons, get my lemons, and I'm going to give these a rinse because I'm going to finely grate the rind so that there's little bits of lemon peel in it, and also then I'm going to juice it. So let me just give these a rinse. So they're rinsed, and now I'm just going to grate one of them finely, not two, not both of them, just going to put the rind of one in. Let's have a look at that. There we go, and then the juice. And add the juice before mixing it all together. There we go. So now I'm going to mix the cream, the sugar and the lemon rind and the juice together. And then while that's mixing, I'm going to slowly pour in the cream. And that will stiffen the mixture eventually. That is your cheesecake mixture. That is done. And it's very nice, very lemony. Yeah, that's nice. Yep, it's really lemony. It's really nice and fresh then. As soon as the base is hardened, give it another 10 minutes. I shall take it out and put that on top, smooth it over, and that's the cheesecake done. Just want to go in the fridge again until tomorrow, and it will set a little bit more in the fridge, and then I'll take it out tomorrow and just slice it up. So that'll be it. It's done. It's that easy. It really is that simple. So in this jug, I'm going to melt the chocolate to dip the cakes in. What's left, I'll just leave in the jug because I shall be melting it again tomorrow to dip the strawberries in, but I won't be doing them until I need them. So I have got the chocolate here. I might need a bigger bowl, although no, it'll be fine. I'll do it in that one. There. So that now can go in the microwave. The chocolate has almost melted, but it's still quite lumpy. But because it's quite warm, it will melt the rest of the chocolate. So I'm going to just let it stand a minute to carry on melting, which it will do. But then now the chocolate has melted, enough now to dip these in. So I'm going to put this in here, like so. Take it out, just let it drip. Let the chocolate drip off it for a minute. Then dip it in there and put it like so. That's fine like that. They'll be nice. Right, last one. So that is them. That's the chocolate cake pops. So they just need to set for a little bit, and then I shall transfer them onto a plate or a tray and pop them in the fridge. So now for this. So there you go. And that is how easy the cheesecake is as well. There. I'm not going to separate it just yet. I'm going to move it over here out the way. So just take the lid off here. Oops. So I'm going to put this in here like so. There we go. Powdered sugar. So there we go. That's that. There we go. Doesn't look a lot. I normally double the recipe, but then the cake's bigger as well, so I think it'll be fine. Put that on there. So now I'm going to put the other half on. Like that. There we go. So the cake that's left could go in the freezer, and all I've got to do is make some more of this up, and we've got another cake for another time. There. So now I can put the lid on that and put that in the other room. It won't fit in the fridge, so I've put it in the dining room where we'll be having afternoon tea, because it's like a fridge in there, it's freezing. So it's cool enough to keep the cake in there, so that's fine. And then tomorrow, obviously, I will pop the heating on, and there's an extra heater in there that I'll put on, so it'll be lovely and warm and cosy when they all turn up. And that, my lovelies, is about it. Oh, I've got to decorate the coffee cakes, so we'll do that now as well. We might as well get it done, haven't we? And these will be the nuts for the top. Oh, I'm a bit warm. So I'll take them all out like that. Right, here goes. Yeah, I think they look nice. I think they look nicer out. So let's take them all out. Yeah, they do. They look much nicer actually. There we go. And if there's not enough buttercream, it's not a big deal. I can make some more. I'd rather not, but I can. So it really doesn't matter. I'm not going to be stingy with it, that's for sure. I'm just going to rinse my hands. They look lovely. There are the coffee and walnut. And as I say, there's no walnuts inside the actual sponge. It is just on top. So if anybody doesn't like the nuts, they can take them off and just have the coffee sponge. So yeah, I'm really pleased with them. So that's it today as far as baking goes. I've made the coffee and walnut cakes. I've made the carrot cake. I've made the cake pops, and I've also made the lemon cheesecake. So that's all done for today. And I've just got to put these cakes away, and then I'm going to do the coronation chicken in the morning. I'm going to do it from fresh, put the mayonnaise in and that, because sometimes it can go a little bit runny. So I'm going to do that fresh tomorrow, and I'm ready to make the sandwiches. So I'll cover that over now the chicken's cool. And now I will show you my tiered cake stands that I'm going to put them on. I put everything in the dishwasher yesterday to wash. The cake stands, I actually made those myself. I've got a little drill that you drill holes in plates. And I've done some really pretty ones. I've got rid of quite a few of them actually, some of the prettier ones. I just kept the plain white ones. But I've got enough anyway, I've got 4. So that's enough for tomorrow. So I'll get those out now and show you. I just want to put these cakes away first of all. Won't be a second. I've got my little bag of things here. And I bought those off of eBay. So they're easy to get hold of. That goes underneath. One of these. Actually, I forgot to put a thing on. Middle plate. Another one of them. And then the top plate. With a handle. I'm going to put that on there. Like that. There you go. And that's another one done. And that is the 4 that we need. These I'm going to take in the other room now so we can go through there. They're the cakes, they're the coffee cakes and the carrot cake ready for cutting tomorrow. So as I say, I've only got 6, but Mummy's coming with some more. And then I can just set the table with the 6 that I've got. Now that's done. That's all. The table's set, and I'll just show you. There we go. Look. So I've just got these 3 place settings here to do, but I've got to wait for Mum to come tomorrow to bring me the extra Royal Albert. But this is what I've got, and this is what I've done. So I think it looks really nice. There's just the plates to go on the table when they've got the food on, and I will show you at the end the food, and maybe even I'll give you a little wave. So that's the plate for the sandwiches. That's for afterwards for the cakes and the scones. and that's for the obviously for the tea, and that's it. So now just got the sandwiches to make in the morning, cake to cut up, the place settings to put on the end there, and then we're all done. So thanks for staying with me so far, and I do hope you stay till the end so that you can see the finished and end result. Thanks. See you soon. Bye. Hello. Well, it's now the following morning, and I'm about to make the coronation chicken. So I'm just going to do that with you, and then I'm just going to make the sandwiches. You know what I'm doing already, and I will go through it once I've done them, but I am just going to show you me making the coronation chicken because I did cook the chicken with you yesterday. So I have just put some mayonnaise in the chicken, and now I'm just going to get some curry powder and pop some of that in. So let's get this open. Oh, that smells nice. So let's put some. I'm not sure how much this is going to be trial and error, really. I'm not going to try the chicken, but I'll have to try the mayonnaise because I'll have to try it to see if the ratio's right. It does need more mayonnaise in there. I used to use Hellmann's, but now I do use this Heinz Seriously Good Mayo because it's so much nicer. It's a lot creamier and just nicer, really. So let's give this a good mix. Okay, so I'm not going to taste the chicken because I don't want it. I don't even want this, but I've got to taste it. So I'm not sure. I'm going to let. It's quite spicy though. I don't think it needs any more. It's a bit too spicy, I think, for people. I got medium. I'm going to let Ade try a little bit. Let me put this spoon in the sink and get a clean one. Got a clean one. I keep them near my tea and coffee. So let me just take. Right, I'm just going to take this for Ade to try, see what he thinks. So yeah, that's absolutely fine. You can taste the curry in it. It's certainly got a bit of a kick. I just wasn't sure if it was strong enough, the flavour of the curry coming through, but he thought it was. So that's absolutely fine. So I'm going to put that back in the fridge. I'm not putting that in the sandwiches until about half an hour before everybody comes, but it can go in the fridge for now, and the flavours will go into the chicken a bit like a marinade as well, so it'll be quite nice. So that's going to go back, and then I'm going to grate my cheese and prepare everything else, possibly cut the cake. Now I'll cut the cake a little bit nearer to the time as well. So there's not really a lot more I can do. I can put the jams in the things, possibly the cream, and pop it back in the fridge. I've filled the urn up, ready for the tea. I've just got to get, and the teapots are ready. So I'm really more or less ready to go. I've just got the sandwiches to make and the salad to prepare. So I'm going to do that now, and I'll be back with you in a sec. Well, that's it, it's all done, and every one of them thoroughly enjoyed it, and I really enjoyed doing it. I really hope you've enjoyed this vlog, a bit of a long one tonight. So anyway, thanks so much for joining me. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I would just like to say a really big happy birthday to Joyce, and I hope you have many more to come. So thanks again, and thanks for all the ladies for having afternoon tea at mine. See you again next week. Thanks again for joining me. Bye.